me, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I just know for me that it's worked out. It's worked out. I don't know how my life would have been different. I don't know what type of ruckus I would have been causing if I wouldn't put in my place, and I wouldn't told and shown this is what's going to happen. There's repercussions to your actions. If you get out of line, bad things are going to happen. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. You get out of line, this whooping represents repercussions. Right. I don't want no repercussions. Right, I don't want no repercussions. So you realize that when you do crazy, dumb things and stupid things, you do them, and eventually there are going to be harsh repercussions. Right, it's like touching a damn hot iron on a stove. You do that, there's repercussions. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, man? 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. KC in the chat room on Spreaker.com says black kids will get paddled at a very unfair ratio. Are you talking about in the school systems? I don't know anything about that. You may be right. And if that's the case, unfairly, then that's a problem. I agree with you on that if that's the case. Angry black man, no oppressor will ever touch my son and live to talk about it. Damn, okay, angry black man, I hear you. From Griff, yeah, I'll handle my own kids. Wow. So y'all against corporal punishment. A couple people I've read these messages from are already against it. From Chuchi, I went to school in Huntsville for 5th grade. I got paddled. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Dude told me to put my hands, and then whap, a little pee came out. Oh, from Clay, chocolate is good, Davis. Ass whoopings are not a deterrent from future crimes. That's what the studies say, Mr. Chocolate Davis. From Sidney Jackson, right, Clay, I don't trust these MFers in the least. The school my son used to go to, the colonizers blew every little thing out of proportion. Damn that. From the 47 problem, never ever let a stranger hit your child. Wow. So y'all are adamant against corporal punishment. T-Dub, in my mature life, I think that's the slave mentality, no more paddling. Wow. So I haven't seen anybody agree with me on cutting ass is okay with me. From Duckin' and Dodger, T-Dub, I agree. From Brian Hill, sissification. I've told this story before. Quick little story. So I just talked about my grandfather was a minister. My grandfather was also a school principal. He actually started the elementary school in our hometown, Whitesville Elementary. Look it up. It's still up to date. You walk through the front doors of the school, and they've got a big, oil painting of him like in the foyer, right when you walk in the door. And so in middle school, the principal was another older black guy named Reverend Myers. He was a reverend as well, and he was a principal. And so he was a little bit younger than my grandfather. I'd probably say maybe 15, 20 years younger than my grandfather. And when I got to middle school, his name was Myers. The school was actually named, the slang term that we used in my hometown for the school was simply Reverend Myers School. And he'd been in education even when my mother was a small child or whatever. And so when I got to middle school, first time I got in trouble, I go to Reverend Myers' office, and Reverend Myers commences to calling my grandfather on the phone, putting the phone on speaker, and commenced to wailing his friend, his mentor, my grandfather, Isaac Norman Stewart's, commenced to whipping his grandson's ass over the loudspeaker. Yeah, in his office. Gave me like 3 or 4 licks of a paddle or whatever, man. My grandfather was on the other end of the phone listening. Your grandfather would love this. My grandfather did love it. And once again, I think I turned out pretty all right. From Big Apple Basket says, there's some fine-ass teachers I'd like to give corporal punishment to. Here you go. For Brian Hill, I'm with you, Doug. Need more ass cuttings. Right. If we had more ass cuttings, man, it'd be a lot less of these knucklehead mumble rappers out here doing crazy shit out in the street. I really believe that. What's the difference between now and 25 years ago? Discipline. A lot of these kids, man, they don't have a authority figure in the house, man, and they get out of control, and there's really no, they talk to them, and they try to convince them instead of whooping their ass. All right, if there's no real repercussions when you're a little kid, if you know you're going to get away with just a talking to, what's the deterrent? A real deterrent is knowing that last ass cutting you got, you walked around like you had some shit coming out your ass for a couple of days and not getting another one of them. In my opinion. That's my opinion. From Clay, chocolate is good, Davis. I'm sorry, my aunt got her ass whipped plenty of times by my grandparents. She still did time in prison, not once but twice. So, again, ass whippings don't deter jack. That's that particular situation. From James, the big truck driver, on the loudspeaker, I locked that dude up. No, you weren't going to lock up Reverend Myers. From the 47 problem, whip them mumble rappers. Right. If the mumble rappers would have got their ass cut more often, man, they wouldn't be mumble rapping. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. 9 times out of 10, I bet you did a damn poll right now to mumble rappers. Damn mumble rapper got their ass cut when they were a kid. From Redland got Mill Kirk, I see we don't believe in getting ass whoopings at school, but I believe in whooping ass at home. Well, first of all, back up. My personal opinion, if corporal punishment, and I don't think corporal punishment is still, able to be performed here in Georgia. I'm not sure. I don't ever remember my daughters, and my daughters for the most part, knock on wood, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. My daughters for the most part have been good kids. They never really had to be disciplined that many times when they were younger, period. And so I don't ever remember getting a call from school saying that they were about to give them a paddling or something like that. I don't remember that at all. But yeah, I am for corporal punishment. That's right. In schools still till this day. And I don't think that you can. I don't think that there is corporal punishment in the state of Georgia or not. If there is or if there's not, my opinion is I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. From ducking and dodging, a whooping isn't the only form of punishment. That's true. That's true. Sidney Jackson, right, Doug? These kids are running well, hence the need for way to tie it all together today, Sidney Jackson. The stew is on a roll today. Right, Doug? These kids are running wild, hence the need for a vasectomy. Oh, boy, y'all silly. Al the Bandit, Doug, I think you're missing the point. Whipping our own kids is supported, but ain't nobody whooping my kids at school. If somebody whooped your LOP, would you go crazy? No, if she had done something wrong, if she had done something stupid, and it's under, control, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Just like my father didn't have a problem with me getting corporal punishment at school. No, I wouldn't. No, you got to understand, man, there's authority figures. And you know me, I rail about what's right and what's wrong and the unfair treatment of people in this country by the police, authoritarian figures, but they are authoritarian figures. Right. You don't respect authority? What, just because that it's your child, you shouldn't respect authority? And once again, this is something that is no right or wrong answer to, I guess. You may have your opinion, I may have my opinion. My opinion is I'm okay with corporal punishment. I'm okay with the state of Louisiana saying that we will continue to let our teachers and our administrators whoop ass as they see fit. Yeah. From 334 Bama Boy, I used to get my ass paddled in school, wood paddle with silver tape all around it. Right. Yeah, it was the same damn paddle, I guess, in every school in America. From Chuchi, LOP, too old for whippings now, 5th, maybe 6th grade and below. Yeah, I don't think, I'm trying to think. When was the last time I got a paddling? I probably got a paddle in like 6th or 7th grade. I think maybe around that time, I think I did get a paddling. But LOP is in the 7th grade right now. If you're new to the show, LOP is what I call my baby daughter, the life of the party acronym, and the leader of the pack. From Cornelia Small, if your child plays sports in school, the coach will set your kids straight, keeps them from being suspended and getting in trouble at home. And my middle daughter didn't play. They all did some type of organized activity. Like they both, my two daughters that grew up with me in my house, you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, they both did cheerleading from like 7th grade on up, and you know that, or 7 years of age on up, and you know that the middle daughter, or my little baby girl, Kara, runs track. So she's been doing that for like 3 years. So they stay part of like organized activities, man. From James the Big Truck Driver, Stu, I think Redland Abby lives in ATL. What? You know that person, Redland Kirk? From Leonard Pittsburgh's Finest, whipping our kids does more damage to them than anything else. From Dobby, right on Doug, we okay with paddling and we okay with drinking water from the faucet, damn buying bottled water. Right. I'm never buying no damn bottled water, and I'm fine if my kid gets out of line that you dish out some damn corporal punishment. I am fine with that. You know, listen to the Doug Stewart Show. My parents were fine with it. My grandparents were fine with it. Once again, we turned out pretty damn good. If I must say so myself. I don't know about the clinical aspect of it. I mean, I guess it could be a long conversation on that. All I got is proof in the pudding. You know? That's all I know. That's all I know, man. Rail Scott, last ass cutting I got from my pops was in the 9th grade. I started lifting weights ever since. Damn, the 9th grade? I'm trying to think. Yeah. I think the last ass cutting I got from my parents, I think I was in the 8th grade. I've told this story before, too. Quick little story. So, yeah, I think I was in the 8th grade. I may have been in the 7th. But I shot a spitball across the room, man. I don't know why the fuck I do some dumb shit like that. I don't know why. And I guess the reason I did it is because I thought I could get away with it. And I was trying to be funny, you know, class clown. That was me. I was a class clown a lot of times. And so I shot this spitball across the room, and this girl turned around and caught it right in her eyeball. Pause. And, she just went crazy. Ah! Ah! Who did it? Who shot this spitball across the room and hit Sarah in the eye? And all in unison, like 5 of them cats turned around and pointed straight at me. Sold me out, man, in 7th grade. And that was so bad of an offense, man, that they called my mom and she had to come get me. Right, you couldn't even finish out the day. They didn't take me out of the class and put me in no damn in-school suspension, nothing like that. They said, Miss Stewart, you have to come and get this boy. And when I got home, she whooped my ass. And when my old man got home later on, I got another one. I think I was in the 8th grade, if I'm not mistaken. But it all worked itself out. Back in 3 minutes, the Doug Stewart Show.